This is the story of Prince, a horse that lives here at the farm at Red Horse with the herd. And it's a story of how healing happens in relationship and that recovery is possible. What we found was a horse that was in a really dire situation. He was in a small, kind of rigged up pen in mud up to sort of knee deep that had to be kind of trudged through. Both he and the owner had fallen into a situation of crisis over the winter. His mother, who had been in the pen with him, had starved and had died, and she was collapsed in the only shelter that was in this small pen. So her body was there. He didn't have access to shelter, and he was a 4-year-old untrained stallion, not ever been handled. And it was winter going into spring. There was some concern that animal control would be called soon and that was sort of imminent, and that if that was the case, most likely he would be considered a dangerous horse and would be put down. Rather suddenly, the situation where he was, this short-term place, became not safe either. And he needed to move again. And again, there was a time pressure. It needed to happen pretty quickly. And that raised the question, how? We knew he could go to Red Horse now because he was gelded and we had a relationship and he had some basic skills, but it meant he was going to have to load onto a trailer. And he had never done that. The first time was with the sedation. So this was the first time he was going to have to do that, load onto a trailer by himself. That power of believing he could do it and letting him choose in his own time frame really set the foundation of trust and deep collaboration that has been the pathway that has been his path forward. And it really built stronger trust and stronger collaboration for all of the work that we've continued to do with Prince. And his healing and recovery is strong, and he's a leader with this herd, and it's just a real testimony to how healing happens in relationship and that recovery is possible, and that working through this trauma-informed lens, this horse is a steady, empowered leader horse today.